my thesis was, what would happen if I gifted a day off a week to my employees in return for them delivering me the same productivity in 4 days rather than 5? If I could eliminate all of those disruptions, impacts that were coming from outside of the office, home life, chores, whatever it is, if I could do that trade-off, would I get better productivity? And so what we found was that our engagement scores, that's engagement, empowerment, enrichment, loyalty, those core scores about how the workforce feels, they went up 40%, 40%, to the levels that the researchers said they'd never ever seen levels that high in New Zealand. Our stress levels dropped 15%. But the one that really surprised me was that more people said that they were better able to do their work working 4 days rather than 5. One of the key benefits of a 4-day week, and we see it in our own company, is that it gives people a day off that they can choose to invest in upskilling, in training. Now, we have got quite a lot of staff who, once they've got the day off, are going back to college, are getting qualifications, and they're able to do that, not disrupting the work productivity, but obviously they've got more time to study effectively, but it's also not disrupting their weekends. So actually it's not disrupting their home life. So we challenge people to say, how should we judge you in a week? How should we work out what productivity is? Now that was partly to determine productivity, but it was just as important to understand what it was I'm doing in a week that isn't productive. How much time am I spending on the internet? How much time am I spending in meetings that I shouldn't be in? So that the first fundamental lesson, don't overthink it. Secondly, do a trial. A trial is a safe space. It's an opportunity for the team and the company to give it a go without fear of failure. So what are you putting really on the line? We would say do a 2 or 3 month trial. Some companies do 6. But the beauty of that is that you have a chance to experiment. And if it doesn't work, so what? The key thing before any of that is you've got to have trust. If the organization, if there is a complete lack of trust between the leadership of the company and the employees, then frankly this is probably not going to work. It's not a silver bullet to fix your employer-employee relationships. You've got to have that, because people have to trust that this is not a surrogate method of reducing wages, reducing time, that it actually is a genuine policy where you're saying, actually, I think I'm interested in the output. As long as the output's been maintained, I'd rather have, I want to see that my employees are the best they are in the office and the best they are at home.